And welcome back to Conformity Antidote. And welcome to our Christmas special.
Yes.
And I am Santa Cuz.
And this is Tex Kringle with a C. It's normally with
That's a good
the
one.
K. Oh, is it nice?
Those aren't bells, but it's
nice.
Still nice.
Yes, it's like, especially with our background. I like this.
I should have worn my jacket. It's a little cold.
I know, it's a little nipply.
This
nipple.
is nipple.
Is it? Did I say nipple?
You say nipple? It's a nipple.
Yes.
Yes.
So, welcome everybody to our first annual Christmas show.
Yes, this is our first one.
Yes. Which means we're almost up on our 1 year anniversary.
It does.
So, it's coming very soon.
It is. I'm surprised that they haven't kicked us off by now.
I'm surprised at myself.
They probably tried, but
Yes. Many people have tried, and they've failed miserably.
Get some.
Yes. Come and get a little piece. Especially you, Mark Zuckerberg, and Facebook.
Zucker.
Yeah. Mr. I sell everything to everybody.
Serious. But all right. Well,
Anyway.
thank you. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yes, and
welcome again.
Yes, thank you. Welcome.
I'm sure we're running.
I hope we're running.
I know. It's just it takes so long to get onto Facebook, even though that we can see. Even though here, let's just move to my other channel just to make sure we're not over there. Because I did change the. No, we're good. So I did change it because it was going on on my personal page, and I changed it to the commercial or the business page. So that way it would go out public because it wasn't going out public before, which I was going out just to our friends and then friends of friends.
I see.
Yes.
So now we can be seen and turned off all over the place.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
So here, let me just double check here. And all right, get out. I don't want to see you. You butthole. See, it just keeps on. Okay, I know. Yes, thank you. So says we're online. So I guess I just don't see us here. That's the only. Oh, there we are. Oh, there we are.
Oh, hello.
Hey, hello. I am watching. Oh, that's kind of creepy. All right, let's move on.
And we're watching you too.
Yes. So we just want to again mention very, very, very briefly on our merchandise store.
Yes.
It's still available, and I mean there's items still available. We still have T-shirts. We still have mugs, and we still have car magnets. Let's get that out of there.
Show it off real quick.
Okay, let's show it off real quick.
Let's show it off real quick.
Real quick.
For our any new viewers out there.
Yes.
And obviously, we definitely cannot guarantee shipment before Christmas, unless, of course, you live locally.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely,
we can do a drive-by delivery, but it makes a lovely New Year's Eve, New Year's stuff, and you get the coffee mug for New Year's Day. To drink that coffee out of.
Yeah, you're gonna need that. You're gonna need that.
You got that right.
And we have one of our listeners, Miss Vivian, who ordered our shirt. She ordered it early. She's got it, and she's actually was displaying and showing it off on Twitter. I mean, Facebook.
Yes, and it looked very nice.
It looks. It's really cool when you see your merchandise on somebody like she's from Texas, so it's way out there.
So we're advertising in Texas, so
that's right.
So everybody down there is probably like, "What the hell is that?"
You know,
I have to look that up
because then they'll say, "Hey, excuse me, what is that?"
Yes.
She goes, "Oh, let me tell you what that is."
Yeah, got that.
Get some. All right, so that's still up. And a real quick announcement is, stay tuned for next week. Is it next week?
Is it next week, or are we going to do it the week? Oh, yeah, because next week's the weekend before New Year's.
Today's the 23rd.
Right.
Yeah.
So it'll be the 27th.
27th, which is next Sunday, and that will be our anniversary show.
All right.
All right, that'll be 1 year. 1 year on the air.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Be 1 year, and
I
so
know.
we'll have a few little snippets, like we've said before, of some of our. We'll do like one or two of the early ones. That's really bad, and then we'll do some of our. You know what? We will make maybe 2 or 3 little sections of our faves.
Yes. Have like our worst stuff and best stuff.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well, the worst stuff is going to be when we first start.
I know. So some of the stuff we talked about.
Yes.
Well, we were newbies to this whole thing. I mean, look how far we've come, baby. What was that? Virginia Slim's commercial. You've come a long way, baby.
I don't think we've come that far. I don't think we've improved that much.
Now we're they can actually see this debacle on video where they couldn't see us before.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad.
I know it's just like stuff on the radio.
Let me get my whistle.
I'll bring my drink. That's all
right.
right.
You did bring your drink?
No, that's all right. Because
I'm actually drinking cherry lemon limeade ice. If you haven't drank these ices, they're very good.
Better watch it.
Why?
We'll get clipped. That's
that's fine.
Shameful product placement.
Oh, whatever. All right, so that's good for our announcements, I think.
Yes, I think so.
All right, so now I do believe it's time for current events.
Shaniqua.
Smalaj.
Balls of Falry.
F-U round eye. All right.
Current events.
Yeah. So first before we get into some goofy stuff, we do want to send our prayers and condolences out to Indonesia. I don't know if you guys, it's been making its rounds on Twitter and YouTube, but they had it was a pop band called named 17. Well, people were actually videotaping the show, and a tsunami came right from the back of the stage and took the whole stage at everybody. It was
crazy.
It was crazy. It was nuts. So like 100 people died, and miraculously enough, I mean, I guess one death is one too many, but it was the bass player and their manager were the only ones that were killed.
As of right now.
Yes. I think they said there's one missing, but there's others that are accounted for that were on that stage that still survived, which is insane.
Yeah, if you watch the video to that, it's that I can't even imagine that.
It was nuts. It was nuts.
And supposedly the government said they had absolutely no warning whatsoever. I guess a volcano erupted is what caused it. Normally it's like an earthquake or something.
Yeah. But it's a volcano like in the sea, right?
I think
it was
so,
like
yes.
underneath.
Yep. And it caused a shock wave or whatever, and it just completely took them off guard. But that video is just so surreal.
It is. That is crazy. So prayers
to everybody
out there, because that's nuts.
Yes.
All right. Next,
and
yes.
we did get a correction.
Yes.
Next Sunday is the 30th of December, not the 27th. I don't know where we came up with. We're not good at dates.
We're not good.
We're not good at all.
And our news reporter said at this point they're talking about 222 dead.
That's crazy.
That's
a lot of people. Those tsunamis, especially when they hit over there, are just insane.
Well, yeah, because I'm not to be rude, but a lot of the structures, the building, they're just.
Well, it's a third world country.
Yes.
And the structures aren't that great. And so
not.
when you have something like that hits, it just absolutely wipes them out.
It does, and it did, and it's.
So let's everybody out there say a prayer for them this holiday season, and
I don't know, maybe we need to help them out and build up some, I don't know, levees. I don't know, something, at least something to slow it down or something. But
yes.
All right. So moving on. So what are these current events? Just this one and this one?
Yes.
Okay. Die Hard?
Yes.
And then these are topics.
Well, yeah, you could do either or.
Well, those are topics, I think.
We could do that.
I believe. Okay,
let's
so
do topics or current event or whatever. And then we're going to do...
let's do it as a current event. You're right. Let's do that. Okay. So our next one is, I know there's always been this big debate of the movie Die Hard, right? Mm-hmm. And it was remember in Die Hard, it was during the Christmas season and everything else. So there's been this little kind of cult following debate of whether or not it is a Christmas movie or it is not. All right. Now, Die Hard's I love that movie because I love Bruce because him and I share a lot in common. I mean, we look exactly the same.
You do. I get you mixed up for.
And his birthday is the same day as my birthday.
It is.
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It is. But so anyway, so the debate of whether or not it's a Christmas movie. So according to 20th Century Fox,
who put the movie out, by the way.
Yes, and the screenwriter itself said it is a holiday film because of the family aspect of it. Mm. I don't know if I buy that.
Well, he made a very he tried to make a very good argument that John McClane, it was his estranged wife, and he was flying in to see her for the holidays, and try to make amends and stuff, and the terrorists trying to steal money out of the bank. So it was a family film. I don't really see it myself.
I don't either. But to me, whether it is or it's not, I don't really care. I think it's an awesome movie.
And, it was a good movie. Is it a Christmas movie? That remains to be seen. Okay, it took place at a Christmas party at the bank there in California where his wife worked at. But is it necessarily a Christmas movie? The verdict's still out on that. Just like, you could look at other movies that were filmed around Christmas time, such as Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Black Christmas. Are those Christmas movies? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Because a Psycho Santa and a Psycho killing girls at a sorority house and Christmas.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you did say you did a sorority.
The sorority house. Oh. But I do like Die Hard. But and I guess they were saying when I did the research on that, and they said there was like a lot of controversy about it. Even like that commercial on TV or whatever. I'm not going to say the company's name because they get on my nerves. But the little kid sitting there at the couch, yippee-ki-yay, and he's about to say, and Dad's like, ooh, and the movie pops up on the screen.
Yeah, I don't know why it's such a.
It's rated R. There's like violence, blowing up stuff.
Yeah, what's that kid watching it for?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
unless he watches it on TV, like
what the
network TV, then it's
or like the new Deadpool movie they put out that's PG-13 with what's his face from not Facts of Life. Come on, I'm talking about. Come on, his name. My brain is like. But they released a PG-13 version of Deadpool 2, and it has Kevin from what was that?
Oh, Macaulay Culkin?
No, not Macaulay Culkin. I saw that commercial.
Well, that's Kevin.
No, Kevin. From Wonder Years. What's his name?
Oh, Fred Savage?
Yeah, Fred Savage. It was. It's like a takeoff of Princess Bride, but it's an adult Fred Savage is in the bed, and Deadpool's in there reading him the Deadpool story, and it's like a PG-13. Every time they cuss or whatever, it's like beeped. They censor it out. It's like beep. so that's a family film.
It is
now. So speak. So
there we go. All right.
So. You decide about Die Hard.
Yeah, personally, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
No, I don't
either.
Movie, now, this next topic, this next current event, I think is a big deal.
I don't really get this one, but
I don't either. But
I'm gonna let you expand on this a little bit. But I mean, I understand what this is saying. The controversy, right. I'm not so clear on. But anyway, so You know that there's the movie Baby It's Cold Outside, and it's everybody's big. What'd I say?
Movie.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the song, and everybody's talking crap, this, that, and the other. Well, there's, some people are some places and whatever are saying we're not going to play it, this, that, and the other. Well, there's a radio station in Cleveland, Star 102. It's probably adult, easy listening or something.
And here we are, welcome to Star 102. And next we're going to have Elton John tackling a bowl full of salad. I mean, a soulful ballad. Another text symbol reference, or Bunny Hill reference.
So, one of these days, we're going to have to go into full Benny Hill mode.
Right, if we can.
Yeah,
right.
Well, what I mean is we're going to have Tex really explain the whole Tex C thing.
Correct.
All right. So, anyway, back to Star 102, which is in Cleveland, Ohio, radio station. They have removed the 1944 classic holiday song Baby It's Cold Outside from its playlist after determining that the lyrics are very manipulative and wrong.
No, you know what? I have a feeling this radio station, because we're talking about it being adult contemporary. Now, that's not who's having the problem with it. Well, who's having the problem with it right now is like the millennials are really up in arms. So it's this radio station probably plays like Katy Perry.
Me Too. Me Too.
Yeah, you too. This radio station probably plays Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and all your favorite rap stars who proceed to call everybody bitches and hoes. Ho, ho, ho.
Skanks and going after my paper.
Right. But, this one's, we can't have this song playing at Christmas time.
So before we get to the other, so what is the big deal about the song?
The big deal, the big deal about the song?
I've heard this and the other. I haven't really looked into too much into it.
All right.
Really give a
supposedly, the song
The
song was actually written for a movie. I think it was called Neptune's Daughter back in the early 40s or whatever. And it's actually featured twice. It has the song was written where it's a guy and a girl singing, and it's supposedly they called it the one character is like the wolf and the other one's the sheep. So in one version, or the main version everybody knows of is the guy's the wolf and the woman's the sheep, and he's asking her. It's like a little banter. It's like a little playful banter going back and forth that he wants her to stay the night, and she's, of course you got to remember back in that time, it wasn't very proper and ladylike for her to stay at a single man's house past 8 o'clock or whatever. So he was trying to convince her to stay, and he's like, "Oh, baby, it's cold outside. Don't go out." And she's, supposedly she's like, says something like, "What's in this drink?" And it was very innocent. Like she was like drinking a wine or something like that. And she was just she was actually trying to find an excuse to stay. But now with the whole Me Too movement, and of course it was a skit actually on Saturday Night Live where they put it, it was the pure parody and comedy where they made it seem like it was a date rape thing, that he had slipped her a Mickey in her drink, and when she was done in the line when she's like, "Well, what's in my drink?" and he's like, "Well, it's cold outside. You're not going to go," and she supposedly said no, and they turned it into this whole song. They're like, "Oh, this song is about rape." The song is not about rape. The song was about and even in the movie later on, the roles are reversed, where the woman is actually is the wolf and the guy is the sheep, and then the woman's like doesn't want the guy to go, and she's singing it the other way around. It was like a parody. So it turned up this whole thing, and it was supposed to be just a little romantic, little kitschy thing. It's not even supposed to be a holiday song. It's not. The movie is not a Christmas movie. It was written specifically for this movie, and after doing some research, the guy that wrote it, him and his wife actually would start singing it in 1944, and they first sang it at a housewarming party in New York City at the Navarro Hotel, and the reason why they sang it is it's basically telling the guests to get out. It's time to leave.
Piss off!
Right. So, but fast forward it to here, to 2018, and thanks to Bill Cosby, in the jello pudding, have a little drink of this, sweetie.
You don't want to go outside. It's too cold out there.
Hey, I got something to say. I'll keep you warm in here, baby, okay?
Won't you stay and play?
So that's this whole.
Do a nice ice cold Coca-Cola.
What's in Mr. Cosby? What's in this drink? It tastes a little strong.
Don't you worry about it. There, we'll stay there and watch Fat Albert DVD set for the next 5 hours.
So that's in a nutshell.
Ain't you asleep yet?
Yes, I am asleep. Snore, snore, snore. Oh, haven't you start touching? Snore, snore, snore.
Okay.
So the big thing is they take this old song and they're adding all these innuendos. They're just adding stuff to it. Now, granted, if you listen to it on face value, it can be construed either way. I mean, if you have this attitude that all men are rapists or all men are after sex, which, well, we're not going to go there. Yes, those lyrics could, you could be offended by it, but if you're just like, if you listen to it, I'm not even sure why it's played at Christmas time. It's dumb. I don't really like it, but I just think the controversy is so funny. These people,
I guess people have baby. It's cold outside, so it kind of gives you that
like it's a winter song.
type thing. Yeah,
I don't know either.
But people shut up.
Yes. Right. Well, in response, are you going to read that?
Yeah, I was getting that.
I'm sorry.
Don't.
I'm done. I'm done. Baby, it's cold outside. You really shouldn't go.
So like we said, the Star 102 pulled it and said we're not going to play anymore. Well, a radio station in Louisville, Kentucky, WAKY, Wacky.
I'm telling you, we like the song down here.
So they took the opposite approach. And so they said, okay, so everybody else don't want to play it? Fine. We'll play it. Matter of fact, we'll put it on repeat from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Saturday. Just play it over and over and over again. And to keep listeners from getting too bored with it, they played different versions of it and just kept it playing and playing.
Well, ironically, I should have wrote down the exact number, but I looked the song up. If you do some research and look it up on Wikipedia, I think there's actually like frickin' 80 versions of it that have been sung from the popular singers of the time from 1940 to now. I think like just a couple years ago, Lady Gaga and was it Cream Brulee or Bublé or somebody, I don't know what his name is, but they actually sang it. So I don't know. It's funny how it's popular when all these other people sing it. Well, now I think they've got a lesbian version out. Supposedly one of these.
Of course they do.
Right. Supposedly one of these man-hater or feminists in the Me Too movement changed a lot of the lyrics up and changed it to it was like two females singing to each other.
I know Miley Cyrus kind of did something different on it or something. Or whatever. I don't know if it's that one or something else. But anyway, who gives a crap?
Who knows? Who listens to her anyway?
Exactly.
Her and her wrecking ball.
But so I'm just reading. Oh, so Miss Vivian says she got in trouble for wearing our T-shirt. Oh, can you expand a little bit?
Yeah.
Send us just right there and tell us how you got in trouble for wearing our T-shirt.
I know.
You know what? Right, bastards. Go take that T-shirt and...
Yeah. Why'd you get in trouble for wearing that?
I don't know.
Because of the syringe. At this day, they probably, she's advertising heroin or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, just hit us up and tell us why you got in trouble.
I tell you, people are just so, and we talked about it, and the reason why we brought this whole thing up with Baby It's Cold Outside, we had the issue, it's always at this time of year, we brought it up in our previous show, the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, how Charlie Brown's a racist for making Franklin sit on the other side of the table all by himself in a broken chair. We had to crap with Rudolph about he's a sexist, he's a sexist, what do they call it, nihilistic or something like that. These people are absolutely crazy.
So she said that they told her it was offensive, and I'm saying who is it? Facebook or people?
Offensive.
Is it Facebook or people that are calling it offensive?
Yes.
You know what? I don't care who it is, because if they say it's offensive, then get some more of that.
What isn't offensive anymore? We all need
Facebook people.
How can the Facebook people say it's offensive when we have it advertised? They haven't said anything to us, or I don't know.
Maybe it's Facebook people, not
Facebook in general.
Correct.
Okay, I see.
So
people need to go out and just take a chill pill about everything.
Yeah. So next time somebody tells you it's offensive, just give them our link and let them listen to the show.
Yeah.
Then it'll really be offensive.
Yeah, they can log in and explain to us why.
Yeah.
And then we'll let them know.
Get some of this.
We'll give them what for. Yeah. Where's my fave? The little.
No,
not that one.
That's just. Get out.
Ow!
This one.
Fight.
Oh, it's.
Fight.
That'll eat it.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to do the cattle prod too. I like that.
I like. Yes. Oh, that's offensive. Okay.
So anyway,
till they give her 12 hours jail. Yep. You carry that flag, Miss Vivian.
Yes.
F them. All right.
Rat bastards.
They got a problem when they come see us.
Yes.
Here's a complaint compartment
right here. We're here.
All right. So that's it for our current events.
Now we move into
our topics.
Oh. A lot of trees in the house and this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's our little
it's
festive scene.
I know, it's almost like I feel like we're in our own little "It's a Wonderful Life" scene. I'm waiting for.
Should we start? Are you ready for our Jimmy Stewart?
There we go, Jimmy Stewart. God bless you, save rebuilding and loan.
Shut up, you stupid old bat!
You old drunk. Get off the road. Get off the streets.
So into our topics. So what we did, or what actually Tex did. Tex is the one that kind of devised this debacle.
Yes, and it is debacle.
And put down some of our favorite TV shows, movies, or Christmas shows, Christmas movies, songs, and some of our memories.
Yes.
So off with the TV shows. Starting with some TV shows.
Me.
No, the Cuttons.
Okay, this is Tex Kringle is first, and we just talked about it. One of my all-time favorite TV shows of all time that I've watched ever since I was a wee lad running around the streets of Frederick.
All right, don't labor the point.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I know, I'm dragging it on. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's
right,
number one.
So you don't see my name on there because that's one of mine as well.
Yes. I love Rudolph. It has stood the test of time. That they made that back
until this year.
Well, they. You know what? It even is still this year. It's the popularity is out of control. That show was made in 1964. And we are in 2018 now, and every year it is still run on television. And actually, I think CBS, one of the few things they do right is they actually run it twice. I think twice during the Christmas seasons.
Probably the one thing they do correctly.
Right. So hopefully they won't cave to pressure by these asshole socialists.
Santa's sexist and
PC
homophobic,
people.
and I still have yet to figure out the racist thing.
I can't figure out the racist thing.
I have yet to figure out how Santa is racist in the movie.
I don't either. You know, real quick, we're gonna go. We just took a little sidebar. There was a thing that was being said about, you know, black Santas and Hispanic Santas and all this other stuff, and somebody had made a comment that basically Santa's white. And if you're looking at the historical figure that Santa is based on, he came from Turkey, and he was of a pale skin, you know, was basically a Caucasian, but you know, from Turkey. So these people are like, now I have no problems, you know, with this Santa Claus, people wanting to add their own ethnicity to it or whatever. But if you want to look at historical facts, facts are facts. That St. Nicholas was born in Turkey and was basically classified as a Caucasian.
I thought he originated in Germany or Austria.
No, he was born in Turkey, and when he was appointed his position by the Catholic Church, I think he was like appointed up there in Europe.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, up there around Germany, Austria area. So, you know, it's like I have no problems walking into a store seeing, you know, a black Santa or Hispanic Santa or whatever like that. Now, that's fine. That's no problem. But don't get bent out of shape saying, well, you know, why is it always a white Santa? It's like, well, if you're looking at a historical context, that's who it was. So,
correct.
Not saying anything, but I still remember that line from there's a Welcome Back, Kotter, and Washington goes up there and he's like, he's dressed in his Hawaiian outfit, and he's like, I don't care what the white man say, Santa Claus was a black man. So that was funny. But anyway, that was a little side story. So let's go back to Rudolph.
So all right, so that's my favorite too.
Yes,
one of my favorites.
Love Rudolph, and it makes me cry. I tear up.
Does not make me cry.
I love the songs. Burl Ives. I
do like Burl Ives, though.
I love Burl Ives when he sings it. Silver and Gold, and of course, I mean, you always associate that mood thing with Burl Ives.
Yep.
Singing Rudolph and Silver and Gold and Holly Jolly Christmas.
Have a holly jolly.
But I also love There's Always Tomorrow, and
There's always tomorrow.
And then the Island of Misfit Toys. Because I feel like I should be on that island of misfit toys.
Damn, you should be and never get off.
I don't want to get off. I want to be there with King Moonracer. I don't want to get off. Safe. Anyway.
All right, next. Moving on.
Our next show is one that you don't really see a whole lot of, and actually it has been airing a lot on AMC this year, and that is the Little Drummer Boy. What is...
I was just doing the drums. Now.
Okay.
Now. That was one of my favorites. I did tear up. Now, I haven't seen it in quite a while, to be honest.
Oh.
But during... Yes.
Oh.
I did tear up in that movie. I will admit that.
Don't watch it. Because you will tear up. I haven't seen it in like years myself. And at the very end, and it's always at the end.
Yes.
When the I don't know if y'all remember
the runaway cart.
The cart runs over his little sheep.
Yes.
And the little sheep's like basically dead. And Aaron's crying. And he doesn't know what to do. And then the Magi basically says, you know, take him up before the baby, the child or whatever, and he lays him down and he starts playing his drum.
Are you?
I'm done.
Are you all right?
I'm done.
Are you all right?
I'm verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves.
You all right? It's good that you got those sunglasses on because you teared up already.
No.
You all right?
I'm all right.
Do you need a minute?
Fine. Nope. I'm good.
All right. So yeah, Little Drum Boy is one of my favorites, and yeah, I did tear up in that movie.
Yes.
I did. I was like, oh, I'm like, well, wait a minute. The damn sheep.
And then when it came back to life, and then just the music they were playing along with it, because they had like that violin, like that real sad violin, and they were, and Greer Garson did the voice, was the narrator, and just that whole combination. And then when he got done playing the drums and the song, and he's crying while he's playing for Jesus, and then his lamb, the lamb jumps in his arms, and he's like hugging it and stuff like that, and the violin. I love it. It's tearjerker.
It is. All right. Next.
And our last TV show that there's a lot of TV specials and shows, but we could be here all day talking about them. But we just kind of did 3, and the third one we will mention is Charlie Brown Christmas.
Hated it.
You hated it. You hate Charlie Brown.
I don't like any Charlie Brown. I understand it's who he is. But it's like watching Lord of the Rings because he whines the whole freaking. It's like Sam and Frodo. Mr. Frodo,
Samwise Gamgee.
It's like, shut up, man. Grab a hold of your man up.
Look, as much crap that Charlie Brown takes from them Lucy and
I got something for Lucy.
Yeah, or wait a minute, I got something for her too. Where's that?
I don't know.
Oh, there, that's for Lucy. And look how much, and all those people, when he's trying to put on this pageant, and they're calling him dumb and stupid, and I mean they're bullying Charlie Brown. I'd be whining too.
I know, but I'd be doing a little.
Well, yeah, that's the R-rated Charlie Brown Christmas special. Yeah, exactly. But there again, I liked one of the reasons why I like it too is because not only is it Christmassy, but it also goes into the meaning of the true meaning of Christmas.
Now, I do like that. I do like that part
where they're making fun of Charlie Brown and the lights go down. I think probably that's one of the best moments when Linus tells him to dim the lights, and he recites the line from, I can't remember what book of the Bible.
Yeah, I can't remember. But the thing is I'm surprised they still play that cartoon because of that part.
Right. No,
I mean, I'm all behind it, but the simple fact that they still do it, it amazes me.
Well, give it another couple years. It won't be on network TV anymore. It'll probably be on cable because the networks aren't.
And then Linus go back and suck your thumb and rub.
Right.
Like it.
Oh, okay.
I just don't. I think why I don't like it is because it pisses me off. Because if I'm Charlie Brown, I'm whooping everybody's ass.
Well, and you know what?
Piece of shit.
I love Charlie Brown, and you're that. But I understand because you're not the first person to say that. Because all of his, if you watch all of his specials, like even the Thanksgiving one, you got the 2 lesbians, Peppermint Patty and Marcy, invite themselves over to his house, and he has they're like little kids, and they want him to make a meal.
Yeah, what's he supposed to do? Get a turkey and
so he makes popcorn and stuff and toast.
Shut up.
And they make fun of him. I feel I understand, and you're not the first person that said they don't like watching.
I don't like
Charlie Brown because the way they pick on him.
Somebody's ass.
Then you got the Halloween one, where he always gets a rock. What'd you get? I guess I got gum. I got a candy bar. Charlie Brown, what'd you get? I got a rock. You know what? I would have taken that rock out of that bag. I'll be like, knocked on the. Where's that doorbell at?
Oh, doorbell.
Yes. Did you just give me that? Here. I got this for you. And throw that rock right back at him. There. Right back in your face. So. But we'll talk more about that during our Halloween episode next year.
Yeah.
So, all right. I just, real quick, honorable mention of TV shows, because I just saw it on, was I also really like watching Year Without Santa Claus with the Heat Miser and the Freeze guy.
Oh.
What do they call him? I'm Mr. Green White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. Oh, then you had the Heat Miser.
The Heat Miser.
I know,
he's funny. Okay.
So that was good. That was just honorable mention. So let's move on.
All right. The Christmas movies, go ahead. I do not. I don't share any of them with you.
You don't?
Not one.
Okay.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Are you gonna add yours? I know. I see you added.
I got one.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all your Christmas movies.
That I really. Oh no! There's one more. Sorry.
Okay. Well, make sure you add that.
I will.
Make sure you add that on there, and don't. And I know your wife makes you sit there or watch you all those Hallmark. We're not even going to talk about the Hallmark Christmas movies over and over and over.
There is actually a couple of those Hallmark movies I'd rather watch than some of these.
Are you? You're absolutely nuts.
I might be nuts, but I'm the second one. Yes.
You don't like the second
Cannot
one?
stand that movie.
Oh my God.
Cannot stand it.
So let's move on. We're going to go. We're doing movies. We'll kind of go through these
Quickly.
Yeah, because then we'll get to our.
Because I want to spend more time on the memories. I want to spend time on the songs
and the memories. Okay. So
memories.
So as Claus says, most of these are my movies that I picked, and one of my favorites is that I watch every year is A Christmas Carol. In particular, the 1938 version and the 1984 version with George C. Scott.
I would go with 84.
I like that. I like them both. The black and white one from back in the olden days because it was very innocent and very black and white. And George C. Scott, I thought the one that he did, he played excellent Ebenezer Scrooge. Was a really good movie. Next, moving on. My number 2 movie, and it's a holiday classic. Cuz already says he doesn't like it. And it's A Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. You don't like Jimmy Stewart, I don't think. Oh, stop it.
Oh, Jimmy Stewart. No, I don't.
Say,
I don't like
say
Mary.
Mary.
I don't like Jimmy Stewart.
Mary, what do you want me to do? I'm just trying to leave this town, and you want me to stay in this drafty house.
That's right. I'm surprised he I'm surprised he actually has some acting.
Were you stuttering?
Some movies.
Stuttering John?
That's Jimmy Stewart.
Anyway, I love it. I like watching it every year. It's like a holiday staple. It does make me cry, especially at the end. And we didn't. I'm
surprised there's not another one on here that you picked.
We didn't mention it early. I did mention it briefly earlier, but it's been kind of quashed. But there's been people that have been trying to state that, of course, It's a Wonderful Life is very racist, yada yada yada. We're not going to get into that conversation. I think they kind of quashed those for now. We'll wait and see what happens next year.
Yeah.
My next pick for one of my new favorite movies of the Christmas time, which I find very campy and very enjoyable, is Krampus. I do like Krampus because I had no idea what Krampus was.
There he is.
Where? Oh yes, that is Krampus. He's a little scary character.
Little bit.
He's like the alter ego or the shadow of Saint Nicholas. So if you don't believe in St. Nicholas, then you're bad and stuff.
They get him.
You get a visit from Krampus. I know.
That's a little creepy, dude.
I know. Well, it's funny. In my German class, we were showing these. They have parades over in Austria right before, I think it's December 4th or 5th, because their St. Nicholas Day is, I think, December 6th. So they do this parade on the 5th, and they have all these people dressed up as Krampus. And they actually go chasing little kids around and stuff.
Okay.
And it's like, they scared the crap out of you. But that's the purpose of it.
Okie dokie.
So, but the movie, I thought, it's not the best movie in the world by far, but it's entertaining, very campy, comedy. I liked it. So, anyway, moving on to my honorable mention, on top of Krampus, is a 1980s classic, Gremlins. And there again, you can decide whether or not that's actually a Christmas movie in the same vein as Die Hard, because it takes place at Christmas time.
Correct.
But the Gremlins wreak havoc and get rid of people that I thought they should get rid of.
Yes.
So, and I like the little what's the little thing? Mogwai.
Mogwai.
What's his thing?
Gizmo.
Gizmo. Gizmo. I love Gizmo. So anyway, that's it for me. Cuz, give us your
number 1. How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Which version?
With Jim Carrey.
And even
I don't know. Jim Carrey's a nutbag.
right.
However, this movie is hilarious. And our family watches this movie every year.
I watched it, as a matter of fact, was it last night or the night before? For the first time all the way through. I've seen clips of it.
First time all the way through. Are you nuts?
Well, yeah.
This movie is hilarious. And I can almost recite it from start to end.
It was a funny movie.
It is funny. Because Jim Carrey obviously throws his own little stuff in. And it's like, I don't know. It's hilarious. So that's my number one. My number two, which is probably going to find, I don't have a picture for it. You might find it a little surprising. Home Alone.
Home Alone.
I love Home Alone. It is. I like Home Alone and Home Alone 2.
Oh.
I love those movies.
Really?
I do.
That's very
I
surprising.
find him a little annoying. However, I just like the movies and stuff.
You farted on my It's a Wonderful Life, and
It's just
Home Alone.
because everybody does the one. It's
Everybody's doing the Home Alone. Everybody's doing the little aftershave.
But It's a Wonderful Life has been since what, 1940
something. Yeah.
Passe. And I think the same thing's going to be now. I think the same thing's going to happen for the music too.
Now, I will say this. For the Home Alone.
Yes.
I did find it very ingenious, the Google commercial.
Yes.
That was great.
With a older Macaulay Culkin.
Yes, a grown-up Macaulay Culkin. Well, and that's good to see him like that too, because the past couple of years, everything you've always read about him, he's been a little haggard. Little like
that's one way of putting it.
Yeah. Strung out and stuff like that. And in the commercial, he looks like just an older version of himself when he was a kid.
And he seemed somewhat normal.
I know. So that was funny. That was kishy. But I would have never figured you for a Home Alone guy.
Yes, I love Home Alone.
So
songs.
We are not. I don't know if we're going to play that.
All right, it's up to you.
No, go ahead. I want to hear it because I'll get the laugh.
All right, which one? Well, you got to.
We're going to go in a row. The very first song that I picked for my favorite Christmas songs, Cuz doesn't like a lot of Christmas songs. Is "Do They Know It's Christmas" by Band-Aid.
It's Christmas time.
And this is not Band-Aid, because we are not allowed to play Band-Aid.
Nope.
No. So this is a generic version. This is the Glee version.
I know, which I hate Glee. I hate it.
Where's Jane Lynch? But anyway, I loved this when it came out in '84, and I still love it. And who's this? Oh, this is Bono, I think. Oh no, George Michael sings this part. I don't know. And plus, these are all back in the '80s. This was all my groups I liked.
Yeah, yes, it was.
Oh, the British invasion. Yeah. So I love them. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of them. I feel like getting up and
we at least gotta get to the chorus.
With dusting of tears and the Christmas bells that ring, all the clanging chimes of doom. Well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you. And there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time.
Okay, I cannot take any more.
Not of Glee. Oh my gosh!
I can't even. I don't like
stomach ache. Oh, you don't like it. I know you didn't like it.
It's horrible. Anyway, next.
And we want to apologize in advance because, as we discovered, as many of you know, on our what episode was it? We did
it was a Halloween.
It was the Halloween when we doing our stuff. We got we got berated by YouTube.
We got put in YouTube jail.
Yes. So we got to be very careful with what we do. So
yes,
some of these songs, it's like Kid Bop singing these.
That is basically what it is. That's like the only version we're actually able to play.
So
number two.
The number 2 song that I picked that I really like is "Wonderful Christmas Time" by Paul McCartney.
Which this is not going to be.
This is not Paul McCartney. This is like I feel like I'm at a lounge in Vegas. Oh. Oh my gosh. This is by who are they? The Christmas All-Stars.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway.
Yes.
But I really like the Paul McCartney version.
I'm
That just
sure
kind of
you do.
ruined it. And now I'm going to have to go on my way home tonight, run my car, and listen to the good version because that's scarring my cranium.
Yeah, I don't like either or.
I know
either of these.
you don't like. We
And
already
just
discussed.
and it doesn't mean it's not a good song or it doesn't. It's
not.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's not Cuz's in Cuz's wheelhouse.
My wheelhouse.
Yes.
And
Now, I think he likes this next song though. I think you like this next one.
Which was the next one?
This next song that I like on our list is Christmas Eve
I didn't get one
in
for that.
Sarajevo by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah, I couldn't get. Yeah, that one was locked down. I couldn't find
Really?
a version of that at all.
Really?
That wasn't locked down. I'll put it that way.
But that is, when that came out, and I think that came out, in the late 80s or 90s or whatever, when that came out, it was like really broke a lot of ground because it was like that was like one of the first songs that had like the heavy metal orchestra thing going on, and it was just the videos for it.
I'm surprised you like it.
I do.
It's
I love
heavy.
No, I like Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I love them. I like heavy metal. I like heavy metal.
What? When?
I like heavy metal. I do. I like a lot of stuff like that. My music tastes are like all over the place. Very eclectic.
I don't agree. I don't agree that you like metal that much.
I do. Well, it's not some of this thrash metal.
It's probably that much of your.
That's crazy. I like metal. Anyway, but if you get the chance, Trans-Siberian Orchestra actually did put out a Christmas special, and it's called the Ghost of Christmas Eve or whatever, and it's
Future.
Future.
All right. I have no idea what we're doing.
No, Howard Stern. But anyway, if you get a chance to watch it, it was a good Christmas special they did, and there's a lot of other music in there by Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which I think they're really good. They were really good Christmas songs, really good versions of stuff. So, anyhow, moving on, my honorable mention is "Merry Christmas, Darling" by the Carpenters. Love the Carpenters. You never even heard that song.
I have most certainly heard.
Oh, have you? Oh, you're crazy. We'll have the dueling sound effects.
All right, get on with it. You're wasting time for this stupid shit.
So, I love Merry Christmas, Darling. It's very good.
You know what that was? That was her.
Stop. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. What if my mama's watching this? That is so... Oof. We apologize to anybody out there that likes the Carpenters and Karen Carpenter in particular, including me. But that was kind of funny. She couldn't help herself. Everybody's got that. A lot of people have got that problem, and we're making... See, you're making fun of other people's problems.
I don't give a shit.
Just like that little... Another inside joke.
No, it's anyway.
So anyway, that's my stuff. Cuz you wanna throw in a couple of honorable mentions there. Then
no, I want to throw in my stuff.
I'll throw in your 2 cents.
All right. So my first one is a song called "Russians." Now, this song wasn't This is not necessarily a particularly song about Christmas. However, Sting, who wrote it and performed it, Sting actually didn't release it until the end of November, and I think it was 1984 or 5. And the reason for that is because he wanted to give it some kind of that Christmas theme, but also like trying to bring the two countries together, U.S. So I have a very, just like I played for Texas stuff, I have a very jacked up version.
Yeah, because Sting will not allow us to play the song online.
This is actually so this is the song, but it's a little bit like Sting. The song is actually a little slower,
right? And for those of you too young to remember, this was like a very poignant song back in the day. Such an ignorant thing to do if the Russians love their children too. I'm actually kind of surprised, though. I didn't know you liked Sting.
I like some of Sting, yeah.
Oh, very well.
I like all of stuff.
I'm kind of surprised. I thought
you don't know me very well. That's probably
well.
All right. So again, not necessarily a Christmas song, but it was put out during Christmas time, so that that was Sting's. He specifically did that to try to bring probably do some awareness and bring the two countries together, us and Russia.
Yes. It was an anti-nuke song.
Yes.
So
my second one is it's called 2,000 Miles, and it's written and performed by Chrissie Hynde of the Pretenders.
Oh,
I'm a big Pretenders fan, and Chrissie Hynde.
Oh,
and so this is okay. This version is really effed up, but
I can tell it's
the Christmas All Star.
It's by the same crew that did Wonderful Christmas Time.
Yes. It's like a dude singing, it's not even like a girl. All right, get on with it.
Yeah. Okay, start singing. It's very far. The snow's falling down. It's colder day by day. I miss you.
All right. To get the gist. So 2,000 Miles, obviously it's a song that she wrote where she was away from her family, she was on the road, and it was talking about it's still Christmas time where she is and where they are. They could still feel Christmas together even though she's 2,000 miles away.
I do like that song. I really do. I like Chrissie Hynde. I like the Pretenders.
Like Chrissie Hynde.
But that version you just played,
well, if the
Christmas All Stars,
it's really not. It's not even the performers. It's the freaking record company. If they wouldn't lock all this crap down,
I know it's terrible. You know what that reminds me of is I remember back in the 70s, they used to come out with these like Ronco or K-Tel records or something. They put out these records, and it'd be like an album of all the popular songs or whatever, and you were like a kid and you're looking at them and you're like, man, it has all these cool songs, and you put it on the record player and it is not performed by the regular people. It's like some sort of the Peter Pan Orchestra or something. Yeah. Something like off the wall, and you're like, what the hell is this?
He did say record player.
Yes, record player, which they're big now. Record players made a comeback.
I don't know why, but that's fine.
So
the sound is doo-doo, but that's fine.
So anyway, I think that's yeah, and neither one of us put Baby It's Cold Outside on there.
Yeah,
I really must go. I think you ought to stay. Plop, plop.
All right. So, moving on. Because we are at time. So
yes, we are. Let's go to memories.
Memories. So you go ahead, because these are your memories that you brought up.
Yes. Two particular memories in particular I wanted to bring up, and one of them was many years ago.
Long time
yes.
ago.
It was, I don't think we were out of high school. I think we were
out
of high school.
That, though.
But anyway,
I think we were in our 20s.
It was Christmas Eve, and we were all at Denny's. There was a bunch of us at Denny's.
Why were we at Denny's? I have not a clue.
I don't know. Well, it was late, I think, and they were like one of the only ones open because it was Christmas Eve. Remember back then, they closed. They rolled up.
What the hell were we doing out on Christmas Eve?
Because I don't know. I don't know what we were doing out. It's like Shalisa, and that's what it was. Cousin and I were rapping with Shalisa. And I think it was like maybe because it was like her birthday.
They have no idea who Shalisa is.
I know. Well, and
she's with the group called the Moonies, which my wife is part of. And well, you could probably use your imagination as the reason as to why they got the nickname the Moonies.
Correct. They did some kinky things back in the day. I don't know if they still do those kinky things now. But
okay, we talk about one thing.
All right, one thing. Well, kinky thing multiplied by 6 women. So anyhow, we were sitting there having a nice little dinner, and we were just sitting around talking about
as much as you can
stuff.
At Denny's.
I know, at Denny's. Well, you got to think, this was back in 1990, 91 or whatever. We were like poor back then.
Oh, we were poorer.
Poorer. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. We couldn't afford to go anywhere else.
That's probably
Holy
right.
shit! We had the Grand. Is the Grand Slam breakfast still $4.99?
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
So anyway, we were sitting there. We were sitting around, and we're all having a good time, talking, reminiscing, and it was like I kept bringing up that I had to hurry up and get home because I had some wrapping to do. I had to, wrap presents or whatever.
Yeah.
But cousin and I proceeded to every time I'd be like, "Oh, I got to hurry up and go," and cousin would be like, "Why?" I got wrapping to do. In
the middle of Denny's, and we were loud.
We were loud.
Shit.
And I don't know how many times we did that. And we will.
That's back when the Fat Boys were popular.
So, and Run DMC and the Fat Boys.
Boys.
Kid and Play.
Right.
Yes. So anyway, it was funny in the moment. In Shalisa, she couldn't see. We were driving her nuts by doing it. But that was just. The reason why this sticks in my head is because it was Christmas Eve and there was hardly anybody else in Denny's. We were sitting in the back room. We were just talking and having a good time, just eating and just BSing, and we bring up this whole rap thing. And then we get back on a normal conversation, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, I've got to go. I got presents to wrap. So that was
two extremely white.
Yes,
guys.
White guys trying to do rap. We were worse than Vanilla Ice. A lot worse than Vanilla Ice. Well,
I don't know if that's true.
But we're pretty damn close, I think.
Yeah.
And our last sort of Christmas Eve, or not Christmas Eve memory, but Christmas memory, and it actually did not take place. We're doing it like at the Christmas time frame.
Yes.
This actually took place on New Year's Eve.
Yes.
And we were still in high school.
Yes.
We were seniors, I think. We just became seniors, and it was over at a friend of ours' house named Jody. And we had a lot of booze.
Yes.
And there was and I'm sure the one girl knows exactly what we're going to bring up if she's watching, and I know she's going to be watching. Maybe not now, but she will be later. There was a lot of alcohol.
Yes.
And this also involved another mooning.
Yes.
A moonie by the name of Christy.
Yes.
And what made this so memorable, what made this night so memorable is when the ball dropped and it turned New Year's, and she was going around running, giving everybody hugs, and she...
Now, hold on.
What?
Now, was that when she was giving hugs, or was that when she was giving people headbutts?
Oh! You know what? That's right. I think it would happen twice. Sure,
it might have. It might have.
Well, she didn't.
I think it was headbutt. Okay.
Go ahead.
So, well, I'm just saying that.
No, go ahead.
No, but I'm just saying that it's.
I think you're right.
Drunk as hell. Now, why they were giving people headbutts?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, we were in. We're countryside.
Right.
They red.
I don't know.
nugget.
She was,
but
yeah.
Christy was. I don't know. I don't know where the headbutts were coming from, but
Well,
anyway,
I
she
don't
was
think
giving
she
people
knows.
headbutts. So, and I'm trying to remember who it was that she headbutted.
I don't know if it was me or I know
It wasn't
I was
me, I
close.
know.
Because she headbutted me, but I can't remember if I was the one that actually did it, where she backed off and went into the.
Well, she headbutted somebody, lost her balance, took out Jody's mother's Christmas.
She went backwards. She like headbutted somebody that was like she was in a daze, and she went backwards. And I mean, she fell backwards into the Christmas tree, and this thing lights and everything. Wham!
Timber!
Oh my god!
And it took everybody a minute to be like, holy shit.
And you know, we're all like, well, and it was the funny thing is we are busting out laughing, and look what Annette put.
I was busy rapping.
I can't believe we don't have any sound effects.
What are you?
I don't know. I'm like,
What are you, the Baraka man?
the rock.
This ain't the Copacabana over here, Barry.
Oh, but poor Christy. What was? But poor Christy, we were busting up laughing so much, and then her Jody's mother was trying to help her up, and then she felt so bad, and she's like, "Oh, that's all right, sugar." You know, she's like, "Okay." They just kind of stand the tree back up. I don't know how many ornaments or lights got shattered, but the whole house, basically everybody in that house was blitzed. So it's like, you know. Now I'm sure the next morning she probably got up. Jody, you're not having them people over here again. Look what they did to my tree.
Oh, I remember that was hilarious.
Oh,
They were headbutting people and
that was a wild.
classy dames.
Yes.
Headbutt.
I think that was well, it's hard to remember because we've had so many eventful events. Many significant events back in the day, but I can't remember if there was one we had to keep pulling over alongside the road on the way back.
So she had to throw up?
Yeah. We had to take her off. We parked in the middle by this cornfield, and she walked.
I don't know if that's the same night.
I don't know if that was the same night
be.
either, but if not, this was also the same girl. But we were all screwed up. But that was just the funniest. She was headbutting, and she backed up and knocked over the Christmas tree.
Oh my gosh. Well,
That was a trip, and I think she did fall down a couple more times. I think
Oh,
when she was
absolutely.
hugging everybody at New Year's.
is that where I was outside using the bathroom and my wife pulled me down? When
Yes.
My
Yes, I think so.
thing was out in the breeze.
Yes. Well, yeah, there was. Yes, they would all come out there, and when we were out there going. And stuff. Oh.
What sound effect? You
Which
mean
one?
this one?
Yeah, that one is kind of nasty.
It is.
Oh well.
Anyway,
So,
we could go on for days.
yes, and
On stuff, but anyway, we got some barbecue to get back
yes,
to, and
I gotta make sure I get home earlier.
oh,
tonight.
you got something to do tonight?
Yes,
Yeah. What might that be?
I got some presents to wrap.
All right.
Now every time I do that, now it's like Morocco.
At the Copacabana.
All right.
Oh, they're very It does sound like Morocco.
I have no idea what this. I'm
Now
trying to do a record scratch, and it's like.
Let's hear the whole band. Okay, another Benny Hill reference.
It's another Benny Hill reference. Soon enough, sometime at the beginning of the year, we'll do a insight to text symbol. I know, the same here. I'm sweating now. Whew.
Woo, child.
We could talk about. I'll tell you what. I love the. Well, let's see. That's great, Annette. Annette's doing some rapping herself. I'm not even.
Hey, how come I'm doing Run DMC and you're doing Miami Sound Machine?
Come on, baby, do that conga. No, the song got beat. All right.
Oh, you couple of tweets.
TWEET tweets.
Okay, it's Benny Hill reference.
All right. Sorry. All right. Anyhow, but thank you for being a part of our first annual, and hopefully not last. No, it won't be the last.
It might be the last.
I know. Well, YouTube will probably take it. I tell you what, if YouTube takes us off the air for playing the Christmas All-Stars and Aeronautics for songs and Glee, oh my gosh, we're banning YouTube. We're banning YouTube.
Oh, maybe.
Well, maybe
that's
not.
Really that's our only real platform.
Yeah. Well, after they ban us, splitters.
Yeah. All right.
So.
That's it for today.
That's it for the first Christmas episode. And first off, I love Christmas. I love just the whole thing of it, just the holidays and spending time with friends and family. And hopefully you all out there will do the same. And I hope everybody out there watching has a wonderful and a very Merry Christmas. And I'm not going to say Happy New Year because we will see you again before New Year.
That is correct.
So we'll do it then. And to our Jewish friends watching, Happy Hanukkah.
Mazel tov.
Yes. Bar mitzvah. I couldn't think of anything else to say. And to our African friends watching us the day after, on the 26th, Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa! Okay, never mind.
There's Howard Stern. And to our friends in Canada, and England, Happy Boxing Day, which is also the 26th. I know. I always found it kind of weird, but it's not like boxing.
I know.
Day.
It's
strange. I know.
Yep.
So anyway, very Merry Christmas to everybody. God bless. On to you, Cuz.
On to me. So yes, God bless. God bless. Oh, and make sure you come back next week when we'll be doing our first anniversary show, which our first anniversary's paper. I want some $100 bill.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah, make sure you catch us at and like I said before, we'll have some snippets which we'll have to work on. We have to figure out what our little pieces little clips, and so we'll put that together, and that will be for our anniversary show next week.
And make sure you bring some bubbly. I think we're gonna have a little toast.
Cheers!
A little New Year's toast.
Yes.
We brought something all the way back from Mrs. Pissy.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Cheers! Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and that's telling us that that's a wrap. It's like WikiLeaks.
Okay.
So anyway,
so God bless us everyone, and raspberry dressing. Okay, that's Mr. Magoo's Christmas.
That's Mr. Magoo's Christmas. That was a classic too.
He's a lovely boy. But anyway, God bless. We hope that you have a very Merry Christmas.
Yes.
And please remember those that are not as fortunate as us. And
yes, pray for those overseas, but pray for everybody that needs some extra help. But definitely those affected by the tsunami.
Yep. And all those who just
need help.
Need help this time of year.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
God bless everyone. Please take care of one another.
Be safe. Drive safe.
We love you. God bless.
God bless.
Why are we doing that gong when it's Christmas time?
I know we should. Where's the? Whoops. We had jingle bell. We had like bells to play, but it sounded like Satan's. I don't know what it sounded like.
There we go. Oh, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You gotta hold that on until we go out. Oh. Goodbye. God bless you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.